Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Philip with Geared Towards Automotive, and in front of us today we have the 2020 BMW M850i Grand Coupe, and this is the X-Drive. This is a brand new vehicle. It has a twin turbo V8, very powerful, sounds amazing, looks beautiful, athletic, aggressive, checks all the boxes. It has a lot of similar characteristics to the Porsche Panamera. So without further ado, let's jump into the new 850i from BMW, the Grand Coupe, and see what all the hype is about with this beautiful new car. Now this is black sapphire metallic. You have the shadow line trim and the aerodynamic kit as well. So you'll notice you have the shadow line. It's almost like a dark metallic right there. You have it on the mirror as well, along with your cameras right there. You have cameras all around, sensors all around. This is the best of the best. This is luxury at its finest with the best performance as well. You'll notice again the 20-inch wheels right there with the blue M series calipers. You can see it a little bit better there. And then under here you're going to have the twin turbo V8. This is a monster engine. We'll get under the hood. We'll check that out next. So you're going to have the 275 by 30 by 20-inch alloy wheels. These are the M series wheels, M brake calipers. Love the blue finish. And you'll notice these massive disc brakes on the front and the back. Powerful car. You're going to have powerful stopping power as well, and this car definitely has it. So in the back, you'll notice you have these vents that kind of spit out the back here, and then you have them up in the front too, near the front wheels. So those are functional along with the vents in the front of the vehicle as well. So those act as like a nose and the car is breathing. A lot of these newer luxury vehicles have large grills and large active shutter, basically noses for these big engines. So you get these big twin turbo V8 engines, they have to breathe and they have to cool down, so they actively shutter and open and they work, and then that's what these are for as well. These actually don't work with the engine, of course, but they pass air and allow air to flow alongside and through the massive wheels, so you have better aerodynamics, better performance. Then you're going to have these sensors on the front and the back. Of course, this is a luxury vehicle. I wouldn't expect anything less, but you have those. They are subtle and they kind of fit right in there with the body lines. And you have the aggressive body line and structure of the back end where it kind of molds into these air vents and into the exhaust tips. The one thing I noticed with the design and the engineering of this vehicle is it kind of has a spoiler built in and molded in, and it also works with the vent that is built in and molded in as well, and works right into the back spoiler and the back exhaust. So everything kind of just works together in the vehicle. If you're looking at it sitting still, it just kind of looks like it's flowing, right? And that's what the Grand Coupe has always looked like. It's looked kind of low and sleek, and compared to the Porsche and the AMG, it has kind of a similar look to those two-door or four-door coupe-like vehicles, but this one is very sporty, and I think they've done a good job with the engineering and the I guess the sculpture of the design of the vehicle. You can kind of see how the twin turbo works right here. You have both of those leading to the engine, and then you have, again, everything's really covered up, but you can just tell it's a big and powerful engine. No need to see it. If you want to take everything apart, take that cover off the engine, you can, and see what that looks like under there. Moving on to the back, let me open this trunk here. You'll notice you have the taillights that kind of go in from the side all the way through to the trunk. I love the back end here. Now, don't get mad at me when I relate this to the Supra, because you'll understand after I explain, but you see how the trunk there, the spoiler is just molded into the trunk, like so. I like that, and that's the one thing I really did like about the Supra. Now, of course, BMW, Toyota work together on the Supra, so I'm seeing just a couple similarities, I guess you could say, between, on the back end at least, with the Supra and the M850. Now I know it's night and day, you cannot compare the two. However, I do like that. I think it's very sporty. I like how the vents kind of spit out the back there with the dual exhaust, and then again the molded spoiler into the trunk lid right there. Let me show you how the automatic trunk lid opens. I have the key in my pocket. You just click this. Now that automatic trunk lid opens just like that, and then down in here you have a little bit of storage. Not a crazy amount of storage, but you'll notice all the noise canceling material, everything's surrounded by plastic, so you're going to have a very quiet ride. Safety kit right there, first aid kit, and then down there you can pull the seats down. They fold flat down. You just pull these little levers here just like so, and they pull down. And once you want to close that up, just hit that button right there, and your trunk lid closes just like so. All right guys, here's a better look at the driver's side and interior. So you're gonna have the perforated seats with the black stitching and black contrast piping as well there. You're gonna have all different power seats and heated seat controls. So you have the 4-way leg extension here. If you push this button in and out, that's actually going to control your bolsters right here, so it actually expands and contracts them so you can fit really comfortable in the seat no matter how big or tall you are. And then of course you have the regular power seat adjustments here. Moving up, talking about power adjustments, you're going to have your power steering wheel right here that goes in, out, and up, down. And then just below that, you're going to have the sporty pedals right there. You have the rubber grip right there, and on the outside you're going to have the alloy finish. If you take the blue tape off there that protects it, you'll have the same thing on that one, and then the blue tape stays on here to protect it, but you do have the M850i logo with the, it's all alloy right there. And then if you took this blue tape off, you'll have that whole alloy surround right there. Looks really nice along with the black paint. If you get a closer look, you can kind of see the pearl coat in the black paint. Looking at the driver's side, it's going to be very similar to the passenger side, so we'll just cover this one. You have the 1 and 2 memory seats, lock and unlock of course, power seats. These power windows are all one touch up and down for each one of them, and then you have the sunshade adjustment for the back. Here you can crank that up or down along with the mirrors. These nice big Bowers & Wilkins speakers. This one's kind of set in behind the handle, which I think is very sporty and more kind of like just streamlined. And then you have the nice big speaker here as well. So plenty of speakers, quality audio to overpower the noise of the 4.4 liter twin turbo V8 if you would like that. All right guys, now that we are in the driver's seat of the new 850i Grand Coupe, let's go ahead and start it up. And instantly you notice that you have this nice sporty grip right here on the steering wheel. This is a big car and the steering wheel just feels solid. So does the steering, of course. And you'll notice just in the quick rev, that's in comfort mode. If we put it into Sport Plus, you'll have the crackle and the pop as I showed you on the back. Right in front of you is your digital display, kind of hard to see there with the reflection of the camera, but the steering wheel will have all of your autonomous features, all of your controls, heated steering wheel there, and then you have your paddle shifters here, of course, all of your lights, wipers, all of that stuff. You have all of the cameras and sensors up in the front, the back, up here behind the mirror, and then of course you have your nice big navigation touchscreen right here. This is very similar to what you would see when you jump into the 7 Series. So I reviewed that on the channel. I'll link up to that right now in a card so you can see what that vehicle looks like. But this is very reminiscent of that, just a different feeling and drive and look from the outside, so to speak. And then you're going to have all of your controls right here. So this is the same kind of fighter jet-esque control for park, reverse, neutral, drive, traction control, all of your camera controls right here, parking sensors, start button right here, which is nice, and then you have your electronic parking brake. All of your drive controls are right here. So you have Sport, Comfort, Eco, Pro, and Adaptive right here. And then this is kind of like your mouse, or you can also touch the screen up there, but you can select and scroll through different options and features right here. In the center, you're gonna have a nice center console that's wrapped in leather, and then of course you have the USB and power outlet down in there. Plenty of space over on the passenger side. Now you'll notice you have the, again, this is the stitching I'm talking about, where it reminds me of a Ferrari. You have almost like that, just kind of reminds me of like a snake. You know, you just have that little stitching and contrast right there throughout. Gets kind of thinner right there, but it just contours to your back and feels very comfortable. And then of course you have the grab bar right there. Everything's wrapped in leather with the contrast stitching, and then you're going to have the Bowers & Wilkins speaker system versus the Harman Kardon in this one, because everything's upgraded in this model. So as you can tell in the back, you have these very sporty racing inspired seats. This is Fiona red with the black leather interior, and you'll notice that you have it almost reminds me of a Ferrari, of how the back of the seat just kind of goes up and is curved and formed perfectly for your back with the bolsters. And then you have the stitching and the perforation throughout the seats. You have the black piping right here as well. This is all leather surrounding the whole seat. And then up in the roof here you have this nice material with the panoramic sunroof. So you're going to have the shade in the back and the back windows. So yes, it's the Grand Coupe, it's sporty. you know, you could use this just for a single person, or you can drive around friends or coworkers, colleagues, if you will. You have the heated seats in the back, heated, ventilated seats, USB-C chargers. So this is almost like a sports car and or limo, if you will. You have the Bowers & Wilkins sound system. All of the windows go down. You have the coupe feel, but you still have a sporty four-door feel as well. The car checks all the boxes. The only thing I would caution against is the height in the back. I'm 5'9", not your average tall person height, but if you're 6 feet or even 5'11", it's gonna feel really crammed in the back. Yes, it's comfortable, but you may find yourself kind of ducking down. Now, if you're carting around friends or colleagues, that may be an issue if they're taller. Now, here is a closer look under the hood. You have the M Performance. This is the 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. This thing is massive, puts out a lot of power. You'll notice the hood is very long on this vehicle. All right, guys, sorry for the quick video. I know that we didn't drive it, and there's gonna be a lot of people in the comments below going, oh my God, this isn't a full review, you didn't drive it, but this is the first one they got. So I was very fortunate to even get in it and sit in it and show it to you guys. As more come out, of course, we'll do a driving version. We'll do more interior, exterior technology type stuff, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this sneak peek, kind of this first look of the M850i. Leave a comment down below on what you'd like to see in a further video of the M850i Grand Coupe, and I'll try to show that and showcase it in another video. But until then, we'll see you on the next video, and I'm Philip with Geared Towards Automotive. Thanks, guys.